Hello friends and welcome to a hellaciously busy day at Ouagadoogoo International Airport. We're looking at our one medium stand at the moment, which is being, I don't know, there's people poking it and sticking things into rivets, I'm assuming. The passengers have now boarded, so this may simply be a case of waiting for the runway to clear up. One thing I have noticed is almost no plane drivers are able to actually head onto the runway in any kind of a neat fashion. Oh, you want to go all the way up there? You know what? A bit more taxiway up there would maybe facilitate a slightly more speedy departure system. That's what we're going to try. Hold on. That's taxiway foundation, and we're playing with concrete. So, yeah, okay, well, while I'm doing this, we're in the process of a series of upgrades to the airport, which will hopefully enable us to do good things in the future. Oh, MP425's running late. No, you don't get to delay. Nobody gets to delay. Everyone's on time all the time. Yes, a series of upgrades are being conducted at present. However, my workforce aren't half dragging their feet about it. So I think one of the first things we're going to do is let's have a look at the accepted whatever these are called, contracts. That's the chap that we've got going on at the moment. Where's my construction contract? Crane's Burgers, negative. It'll be in here somewhere. I'll have a picture of some construction types. There we go. 2-star for 71 chaps. Well, you know what? I might cancel that. If indeed I can. I can cancel it. Well, let's have a look and see what else is on offer. There's 3 stars, which gets me 85 construction chaps. Or 4 stars, which gets me 100 and... Oh, yes, I'll have it. There you go. Oh, all right, I'll cancel the existing one first. Look, if I want 2 contracts, I will have 2 contracts. Get out, you bunch of slackers. Blue build. Yeah, we'll take the good ones. They're cheap too, which is even better. And then hopefully we will be able to get things rolling in a pleasing fashion to all of us. Or to me, which is the bit that we care about. Construction, deploy everybody. Construction, all contractors are deployed. Good. Oh, this is useful. This is something I possibly should have read before. I haven't got 71 deployed contract. I've got 120 some odd on staff now. No one gets a delay. Anyway, what are we talking about here? Right, yes, so we're going to finish off our new terminal building, hopefully get this new serviceway, taxiway extension complete to lead to the runway. I'm surprised I hadn't noticed that before, but then nothing surprises me when I don't notice it, as that may speed things up a little. Let's check the other end. This chap should surely peel off here. There's plenty of room for you to taxi if you do. So there you go, look. Yes, and hopefully keep the cash rolling in along the way. So I invite you to stick around and find out what happens next. So half the reason for updating the terminal and making it slightly more robust is so that I can do away with some of the shambles that we've got in our baggage system and provide a little bit more space for people to check into their flights in a timely fashion. And of course this all leads then to the addition of further medium-sized gates, which will allow for further medium-sized planes, which is a good thing. Now, where we are going to come up short quite quickly is in terms of runway space. If we look at today's schedule, you can see I'm really packing them in. And even then, you know, I could have been sterner about this and slapped another couple of aircraft in there, but I didn't. Anyway, the rest of the week is looking relatively busy, in that we're already packed out in a couple of places, but I do still have. I think I've still got a couple to stick in here somewhere. What size are you? You are medium. Ah, right, okay, yes. We only have one medium runway, so we're going to have to wait for the next day to roll around before we can clear our backlog. Well, that's not so bad. Oh, hold on, what are you? You're a small. Well, okay, well we can accommodate you, my friend, with no problem at all. Have gate 1. Why don't you? That'll keep you happily occupied. And yes, and the hope is that once I've got another couple of medium runways built up and good to go, that I can be a little bit less haphazard with the scheduling of things, so that just so that it sits together a little bit better. Right, contractors are clearly at work because they're building stuff, although they should be building this out of concrete. Doesn't look much like concrete to me. I'm sure I stressed that concrete was what we wanted. We don't want to be building this out of dirt, because that's no help to nobody. And frankly, I very much doubt that a medium plane is going to take too kindly to taxiing across the snowy tundra in order to get to the runway. Should we? Let's just not worry about it. Meanwhile, here are the big working chaps. Yeah, keep working. I know it's a big old bit of terminal, but don't let that intimidate you in any fashion at all. Right, so I am going to extend the other half of this terminal building as well. It's going to be absolutely Goliath by the time that I've finished with it. And hopefully we'll turn that into a suitable size of baggage claim baggage check, baggage storage distribution shed is what we're going to build coming out of that. But I wanted to do just a little bit at a time in order to not swamp my construction team. But you know what? I think I might be over giving them any kind of leeway with that regard. Right, let's stick some more in here. Now you want foundation, which is not inexpensive. Now, do we want to set this bit back a bit? What do you mean it's not valid? Oh, it's because you've got some pavement going on there. 33 grand for that. No, you know what I'm going to do? We're going to turn that into a feature segment. And we'll run that out there. 74,000 for that. Well, it should certainly be enough to accomplish what we want. There we go. I've committed to it because that's how we roll. Let's take out this bit of dividing wall here. There you go. Of course, this extra bit that I've just stuck in is going to add a whole new chunk of dividing wall to make things complicated. No, I like them to tell me they're running late, because obviously if everybody's running late constantly, I've made a boo-boo. But nobody's ever going to get to wait any longer than their allotted flight time. Right, and while we're at it, let's pavement this bit up as well. Where are we? Sidewalk. Do we have options? We don't have options. Fine. Sidewalk along here. And I shall do something glamorous with that presently. While we're at it, we possibly ought to fill that in as well. Yeah, if I can get all of this lot done, then we can progress onto something more swish on the inside. There you go. Do all of that. Now, mental note: don't take that wall away just yet. We're not quite ready for that stage. So where we'll probably end up, because these two service arenas that we've got here, sign a contract for that. Just something basic will do. Turner. There you go. Get it going. You never know. Maybe one of these contracts will actually complete at some point in the near future. But in order to get one of these stores working at an optimum kind of fashion, what you want to do is make them absolutely ruddy huge. This short form approach is not so good. Just a tiny little bit of convenience is not practical. We have finished... Get out of it. We have finished the taxiway, but yes, it does indeed seem to have been made of snow. And I'm going to suggest that that's my fault, as it almost certainly is. Let's get rid of it and we'll build it again. I know, totally wasteful, but what are you going to do? I might not even have to delete it, you know. We might just be able to overwrite it. Well, let's find out, shall we? Taxiway foundation concrete. Yeah, you can. Right, let's do that. Yeah, I'm not sure why that didn't go right first time round, but it didn't, and there we are. Now, I'm going to sign a couple more, sign up a couple more contracts for tomorrow. So we want cheap and cheerful light aircraft only, please. Skylink, you my guys, 5 light aircraft. Yep, we'll take it. And who else have we got available here? There'll be more. I'm quite popular these days. 5 more light aircraft. Yeah, we'll take that too. And 5 more light aircraft. We'll have that as well. Because as long as I keep packing them in, the money's going to keep coming in. Let's have a look at this 2-star. Yeah, see, they're mediums. No good, that is. What do we need for a 3-star? No, you can't have a delay. 7 mediums. All right, fine. Well, we won't sign any of those for the moment. Wednesday. And CLM. You are a small. Go on, go gate 1, because I think I left gate 1 largely unoccupied for the entire week. So if I put these in a relatively casual pace, you know, not jam them quite as close to one another as I have been known to in the past, or in fact in the present, then that could... Nope, I'm sure there was a plane there. Apparently not. Okay. Or there. Intriguing. You're telling me I've still got stuff to place. Okay. Well, I did just sign a 3rd. What's the problem with Skylink? What have I missed? Hello? Well, I've done... Oh, hello. There it is. Interesting. I pressed a button and it appeared. Or I pressed this side panel. Regardless, it is now available. We'll give it a spot. There you are. Happy travels. And that last one should be the remaining medium. Why would one have to click that? I'm going to say that's a bug. Either that, or there is a pop under, pop over message that is not correctly appearing. Yeah, no, we were just here. We've already dealt with that. Right, let's up the tempo and see if we can't get some of this built, shall we? There's me next big bird. It's come in, paying off. Excellent. Yes, I think this taxiway extension is definitely going to smooth out the queuing that happens when I've got multiple planes trying to leave at the same time. At least that's the hope. Yeah, see, like this. Because he's had to wait significantly longer for that plane to first get into position before reaching takeoff time. Meanwhile, the construction team are constructing, which is good because that's what I pay them to do, and quite a lot actually, judging by the number of people that I've got available on here at the moment. Baggage system is well, it's not pretty, but it's doing it, so that's something. Yeah, all this is good. Now, the thing is, when I evolve this, so when I start setting up new check-in desks and so forth, am I going to need to basically suspend operations for a few days while I switch things over? Because the one difficulty you have is you can't delete a check-in desk when there are flights booked in its arena. No, I was choosing between area and arena there, and it didn't come out right. But in its arena, yeah, they're worthy of consideration. I am quite looking forward to putting together a proper baggage hall, and possibly some kind of duty-free boutique for those who have just arrived off the plane. Although I doubt very much many people will use it. But this is a good sign. That's done. This is not so much of a good sign. They've done it again. Once again, they have built nothing. Well, maybe if I put in a taxiway node here, or if they just bulldoze it. You charged me the money for the new thing, and then bulldozed everything. You cheeky blighters. All right, let's try it once more. Because otherwise, I'm going to declare the construction of taxiway a washout. Right, we want to go all the way up here. We'll even go. We're going to go further than we need to, because it's better to run forwards rather than back. What's that say? People are confused. They don't really understand what I'm trying to do. That's almost like the people that view the videos then, one would imagine. Ah, no. What this is saying is that we'd like to build it, but there isn't a chap currently available. Whereas these ones that are not flashing are saying a chap has been deployed on mission and will be returning shortly with some concrete. Which is what's happening now. Good. Okay, that's more like it. That's more promising. That should get us in business relatively sharpish, I would hope. And then we're going to need some kind of one of these signpost efforts. As soon as that one's plugged in, infrastructure signpost of the where does that live? It definitely lives here. I've seen it. It's totally a thing. Or no, or is it a click of some description? You there. It's not a click of some description. What about if I click? No. Set holding point. There you go. That's what you have to do. You have to right click on it once you've got the pathing correctly deployed. Right, taxiway nodes. Let's go from there up to here. And then from there over to there. No, over to yonder. And then we right click on that and we set it as a holding point and everything's glorious. Right, good. Okay, well, maybe this will be the upgrade to save humanity from itself in a transatlantic flight kind of a fashion. We'll just have to see. Anyway, I've still got some flight spots to fill up today. And I really want to get those filled up to keep the cash rolling in. Let's count as contracts. What have we got? I mean, come on, give me a whole bunch of 1 stars. Because I haven't got any mediums available as far as stands are concerned. There you go, maple are always good. We'll take it, thank you. Anybody else? There's another maple. Thank you. That's good. Do we have anyone else who wants to partake of Africa's finest international airport? And if not, why not? Presently, no. Nuts. Okay, well, we're not gonna be able to fill out the entire day then, because these are 2 recurring flights. Don't get me wrong, recurring flights are good. They save me quite a lot of hassle in the long run. Oh, do that. Do this. Oh, that's a scroll bar. It's a scroll bar, everybody. Look. Okay, right. Well, I understand what that is now. So that's all peachy. Right, you come here. We'll do you on a similar offset. There we are. Now, keep it sane, people, if you'd be so kind. Meanwhile, on Sunday, we are now full, but Monday we haven't done anything at all, and I've still got 1 medium flight that I need to play with. I'm surprised it took me that long to figure out that was a scroll bar, but that's just the way of the world. Right, that is all outstanding contracts booked in. There is the chance that this one is going to fail the contract overall. Status en route. I would say that's probably a bad idea, given that I've not got a landing spot for you for the best part of a week. You may want to, just circle for a bit, see how you get on with that. Right, let's roll it. Have we got anything under construction at present? No, we do not, so I should pause the game and get something under construction. Meanwhile, they're all construction workers, but these ones are light side and these are dark side construction workers. too many dark side construction workers, and they storm the Jedi Temple, and everybody gets, you know, very, very poorly treated. Right, sidewalk. Now then, where do I want? I want some entrances of a somewhat grand nature. And when it comes down to it, the grand nature is going to be a door structure. Door, medium, large, that opens for people and vehicles. How big are we talking? It is pretty big. I think medium will do. We don't need to be too grandiose. Right, plumb that one in there, and we'll stick another one here. Yep, and we'll stick another one here, and we'll stick another one quite close to it. There we go. That's all the doors that anyone could ever require, and then we'll put a nice bit of fat sidewalk in there, and we'll do something similar here. Yeah. Does this really require running commentary? Of course it does. Everything requires running commentary, man. And we'll do a bit of that, or will we? No, I want to make a feature out of that. So if we go 4x4 there, and we'll on there, and then we'll go 4x4 here. That's 5. Very good. It even tells you the numbers. There's really no excuse. And then we'll link these up. Hold on, is it 4 across or is it 5 across? It looks like it's only 4 across. It is, because it said 4 not a moment ago, and you remarked upon it. Alright, and then is there a... There is. We could do that. And then in there, I'm going to plant some tree. Yeah, now, I see, never let it be said that I'm, you know, I'm not happy to make the place look lovely. Where are the trees? Come on. Alright, we've got to have them. There we are. We'll have one on... Wouldn't you know it? It doesn't want to sit in the middle. Alright, well, what about a light pole? I don't care how light he is, he's not going to sit there. Okay, right, well, how are you going to deal with that? We could embrace the asymmetry. Sidewalk. So if we were to do this, and then that, and then that, and then this, right, and then we could go 2 trees in there, that'll look lovely. And we'll save ourselves the joy of the light pole until a bit later. Look, I think there's something to that. You know, I think people will come from quite some way away in order to go like, no, but check out what he's done with the light poles. Really, it's miraculous. That's what they're going to say, and you've made this wrong. No, you haven't made it wrong yet. Give yourself time. You have made it wrong. Nose. Sidewalk. Should have just kept this simple. 5x1. That's 5x1. And then what? And then we block out those 2 in the middle. Yes. And then we block out that one. Right. And then we get the bulldozer and hope it's not too late to go. I'd quite like that not to have anything there. And we assume it works, right? And then we'll put that in like that, and then we'll do our special little tree escapade on this side as well. Except we won't put it there because it's going to build the thing, then remove the thing before we can get rolling with that. Right, activate high speed. There you go. One man with the chisel just went through the wall, showing some dedication. That's it. Yeah, get a medium door. The rest of you, go and get some paving slabs. We're building sidewalk here out of paving slabs. And while we're waiting, hang around for those fools. We'll bang some pedestrian crossings. We don't call them crosswalks over here. It's a pedestrian crossing. We'll get those knocked in, and then maybe someone will want to use this stuff. Then again, maybe someone won't. Right, looks like that's now ready for tree deployment. And I think that's going to add quite the ambiance, you know, in a summertime setting. As people go, why do they plant trees here? I mean, this is a major thoroughfare for we pedestrian folk. Is we'd hope to you know, perambulate jauntily on our way to the airport to far-flung parts. And they put a bunch of ruddy trees in the way. Right, let's stick that in there. And then, you know what else? We'll do the same down here. 4s are where we live. So if I go, what have we got here? If we're going to make that a 2, and then we'll make that a 4 as well. It's going to aid those who are waiting for a bus. No, you can't have a delay. Neither can you. Neither can you. No delays. Let me place my sidewalk, please. Thank you. So that people may walk sideways. There we go. No. Why? What's with all the delays? What? I turn me back for 5 seconds and you're all making a fuss. Making a ruckus. However, the good news is that that this new runway is... well, this new taxiway appears to be paying for itself already. Well, you say paying for itself. It's working at least. The money's looking pretty sharp as well, which is splendid. It doesn't seem to matter how fast I spend it. It gets regenerated in a hurry. I have evidently miscounted here somewhere. Yeah, none of that should exist, but all of this should. Right, plonk that in there, and then because no, clear off. No, come here. That there, right, and then this lot. To there. I know it might seem petty, but it is. So that explains why it appears that way. This one's only 3 wide. What am I thinking? So I'm not an amateur at this. You know, this is doing things. You know, a sensible number width is kind of my thing here. Can we bulldoze the bulldoze command? I don't think we can. Oh, maybe I just did. Did I get lucky? I think I did. Excellent. Now, in time, what I shall do there is I'll add light posts, lamp posts, as we like to refer to them, and that will make the area rather jolly. It will improve everybody's ability to get around, and there will be much singing. We'll put another crosswalk in. You know what? We're going to stick them in there as well. Because if you're dropping people off by car, you should expect it to take you all day to leave the airport afterwards. And then, let's... what exactly are you thinking here? Let's pave the lot. Alright? No, bring it back. You've got overzealous with your clickery. And where do we want to lead them to? Well, we want some to go up there. So if I knock that in now, then it's going to save me having to knock it in later. That, of course, is not correctly aligned. That's going to infuriate everybody, especially me. Oh, look, this isn't correctly aligned either. It's off by 1. All right, okay, we'll leave that for subsequent revision. Anyway, that's going to wrap it up for this time. Not a massive amount of noticeable progress. Prepare my runway, please. But all important nonetheless. We now have a terminal building that is worthy of us. I'm not sure what I might do. Oh, no, I am sure. What I'm going to do with the baggage is we'll run it underground and have it appear at a little shed of some description out here somewhere. Because we can delete this now, can we? Yes, it appears we can. Right, great. So I could even move my little stop gate chap over in this direction. And turn all of this into, you know, private runway operations, airport land type deal. But we'll do that next time. I've been Colonel Failure. If you'd be so kind, lob a like at this one if you enjoyed it, and by all means subscribe if you've nothing better to do with yourself, so that you don't miss the flights that will undoubtedly be taking off in the very near future. Thanks very much for watching. I'll catch up with you very soon. Cheerio.